Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa and you are watching the Exploring Oracle, or the Exploracle for short. Today we'll be taking a look at this Oracle deck called When My Soul Whispered by Melissa Silvaggio, artwork by Jess O'Connor. So this is a US Games deck, I believe. Yes, it's a US Games deck, but it used to be an indie deck, but it's been picked up by US Games, which is great because it's now more accessible and readily available. So this is what the inside of the box looks like, and you have this, oops, that was my last card pull, and this is what the guidebook looks like, and it is a very chunky guidebook. It's really well done. So let's go through what's inside. So you have here just an introduction, and then it tells you, it tells you the structure of what's inside. Of what's inside the guidebook. So you have the keyword, and then you have a quote, the meaning of the card, and then some keywords on the light or positive aspects of the card, the shadow or the reverse meaning of the card, and an affirmation and mantra, so my sacred words, and then you also have a chakra association. And I won't read this because I can't read French. So basically, it's the meaning, purpose, or reason for being. And this entry provides a brief explanation for the choice of the illustration for the card. So essentially, why the animal or plant. It's great that I got a flower when I turned that over. So the animal, the plant, was chosen for that particular card. It also uses color. It's like it also is based on the chakra system. So there's a predominant color specific to the keyword and the chakra, and you have that here. So it has a few more chakras than what I'm familiar with, or with the soul star and the earth star. And then you also have some spreads, which are quite interesting before you go into the cards. So it's arranged in alphabetical order, except for when it goes into the mandalas. Like here, these types of art. So they're all at the end. Because initially I thought there were some missing pages in my guidebook, but it turns out that all of the mandalas are at the end of the guidebook. So that is the guidebook that for the deck, which is really good in my opinion. And these are the cards. So these are the backs. They are not reversible. It has this honeycomb design pattern. The cardstock it's matte with a little bit of sheen. It snaps back really well. I don't have any issues with it. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. It shuffles well. It shuffles great, and it's a little bit smaller than a lot smaller than a normal Oracle deck. And in comparison to a standard tarot size, this is the Nicoletta Ciccoli. It's a little bit shorter. Now I keep using the Nicoletta as one of the references for a standard tarot size, but I think it's actually a lot narrower. But you kind of get the idea of how small these cards are. Alright, so I'll set it up and zoom in so you can take a look at all of the cards. Alright, so let's take a look at all of the cards. So there is a lot of white space, so it's very neat and clean looking, and then you have a keyword at the bottom. The font can sometimes be a little bit difficult for me to read. It's just a me problem. I don't have very good eyesight, and sometimes these cursive or italicized fonts, they're a little hard for me to read, but I don't think that's an issue for most people. So the art style is very soft, a little bit pastel-y, and you just have the image and then the keyword, and I really love this deck. So I think this is my most used Oracle deck of 2022. I don't keep a lot of Oracles, at least for now. I'm trying to improve that in 2023. I'm recording this I'm recording this in January, but I still feel like it's 2022. Yeah, but I'm trying to work more with oracles this year, and but you know, last year I didn't have a lot of oracle decks, but this was a favorite of mine. So I love the keywords, I love the art. It's a mix of plants and animals and mandalas and nature based elements. And the guidebook, as I showed, is really well done. So it ticks off all of the boxes that I typically look for in an oracle or in decks in general. So it's no surprise, I think, on why I really love this deck. So and I think I connected with it so much that I didn't have to do the flip through before I started using it. But I think that's because it's one of my earlier decks, so I didn't really have that many to choose from, so I just had to start working with it. But now that I do have quite a number, I tend to do the flip throughs first, usually, before I start working with the deck. But I don't know, I think I think it's better that I use the deck a bit, or I've used the deck, at least get my first impressions out of the way before I film the video, because otherwise it just feels like I don't have anything much to say. Not that, you know, not that I have so many things to say when I've used the deck. It's just, yeah. I don't know. What do you prefer? Because I'm still learning. Oh, I love this card. I'm still learning. I'm still getting used to, and I'm still trying to build my intuition. And I haven't. Well, this is an oracle deck, but let's say if I'm flipping through a tarot deck, I still haven't really memorized, or I haven't really learned all of the symbols for me to give a really good deep dive into it. And I tend to keep these videos short, so usually about 15 minutes or less, because I just want to show you what the cards look like. Basically, I just tell you what the guidebook is, what the guidebook is like, what the cards are like, and show you a flip through of all of the cards, and do a sample reading at the end, just so you know how the guidebook reads as well. So it's a very high level view of the deck. But eventually I do want to deep dive into something, but at this point in my practice, I don't think I can do that or do a deck justice if I started doing that. So for now, it's really mostly these flippers. And this is my last card pool, which is why when we opened the deck, it was facing up. Alright, so I zoomed out, and then let's just do a few shuffles. So no issues with the riffle. I like the size. I mean, I have smaller hands, so smaller decks don't really bother me as long as I can shuffle them, so there's still a little bit of flex. I can bridge them just fine. And side shuffling is not a problem. So we already have a card that wants to be read. We'll read for that one, but just showing you that there is no issue with this, with side shuffling or overhand shuffling this deck. It doesn't stick. Now I can't remember if when I started using it, it was sticking to each other, but I don't think so. I don't think I wore it down or anything. So, oh, it's the Hamsa. So we will be reading for vibration. Alright, so let me just show you quickly another reason why I like this deck so much. It's because the text is so clear and easy to read. It's laid out really well, and it's not difficult for somebody like me who has vision problems to read the guidebook, which I love. Okay, so let's read for vibration. So you have a message. You are responsible for the energy that you create for yourself, and you're responsible for the energy you bring to others. So that is a quote. That's from Oprah Winfrey. And it says here, your experience of the world can best be described as an energetic reflection, and therefore it is vital that you keep your outgoing energy in check. If you feel the happenings of your life do not align with your desires, it may be a good time to check in with yourself to see what sort of energy you are putting out into the world. If you have been finding that you are encountering people with negative energy, ask yourself whether you have been particularly negative lately. If you have found there has been a lot of worry happening around you, ask yourself whether you have been spending an unnecessary amount of energy worrying. Keeping this in mind, make sure that the energy you wish to attract is in alignment with the energy you share. The energetic vibration of the universe will pay you back in kind for whatever you put out there. And then you have some light keywords: positive, constructive, active, and affirmative. Some reverse or shadow keywords: negative, destructive, adverse, and pessimistic. And your affirmation: I raise my own energetic vibration by lifting others. It's associated with the third eye chakra. And the reason for the art: so watch your energy, align yourself with what you want to attract, and protect yourself from malicious energies. So this is usually known to be a protective symbol, as well as I think the eye. So that's how this guidebook reads. That is the deck, and this is one of my favorite decks, my favorite oracle decks, one of my most used oracle decks, and it is mass market, so it's very accessible, and I think that it is it's a great little deck if you're drawn to the art. It's and let's say the messages in the guidebook. I think it's worth considering. This is just such a pretty card. So yeah, that has been the flip through of the When My Soul Whispered Oracle deck. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to click on the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. I post videos like this at least once a week. See you again next time. Bye!